Living Your Truth. How to be an indigo in an unsupportive environment. By Miss Katie. I'm about to make an announcement. I'm about to do something I've never done in front of a large group of people. I'm about to do something that I never had the courage to do with even one person until I was 20. Hi, my name is Miss Katie, and I'm an indigo. Wow, that feels awesome. This is my first debut as an open indigo. It feels so good to get it off my chest and say it with no fear. Like so many others, I have felt my whole life like I was hiding. I am an indigo. So it's time I kick up my heels and come out of the spiritual closet and be who I am. It's time I embrace my whole being and let it all come into play. This is who I am, this is who I will be, and this is what I will openly live for the rest of this lifetime and lifetimes beyond. I grew up in Independence, Missouri, right outside of Kansas City, which happens to be the world headquarters for the Mormon religion and smack dab in the heart of the Baptist Bible Belt. Many of the people I encountered on a daily basis were cruel, cold, and unrelenting in their quest to keep their minds closed to anything that wasn't strictly religiously and biblically correct. These were the type of people who said if you don't believe in God exactly the way they did, that you were a bad person and that you would go to hell. If you did not believe that Jesus Christ was your personal Lord and Savior, then you would go to hell. Needless to say, I didn't quite fit in. Even from the first encounter with my abilities, I was forced to shut down. I had awoken one night with the ability of clairaudience. My third ear was turned on and cranked up on full blast with the sounds of energy moving and ghosts wanting to connect with me. I ran downstairs to my mother's room screaming my head off and frantically crying, not able to understand why I had suddenly gone crazy. Days later, my mother found out from a friend that I was just psychic, and that it was okay. However, she warned me to never tell anyone about my ability or I would be put in a crazy house. Before my spiritual growth could even start, I was stunted on the spot. Even though I heeded my mother's warning, a bigger part of me felt I needed to connect with those around me. When I was 13, I tried to open up to 2 classmates about some of my experiences. I explained to them that I had a team of angels I worked with and how I had a past life with one of them. Less than a day later, it was rumored all over the school that I was a witch and that I talked to the devil. I had people throw Bibles, crosses, and spit on me as I walked by. I was even called into the principal's office about the rumors. I broke down, crying in front of the principal, and explained to her that everything is okay. I was spiritually, socially heartbroken. My heart remained in this unprepared state for many years following this incident. The worst part was the loneliness. I was constantly alone in my thoughts and abilities. I desperately wanted to share my gifts with those around me. I wanted to heal people with my hands, read their past lives, and introduce them to my remarkable team of angels. I wanted to give the gift of my gifts. Instead, I was taunted, teased, and deemed an outcast. I felt like I was in constant spiritual hiding. I could never get too close to anyone because I could never completely share this beautiful part of my soul. I was aching for anyone to just listen to what I had to say, tell me I'm not crazy, and, perchance, find someone who was like me. As I got older, I got better control of my gifts, but the loneliness never left. I felt at times I was living this staggering double life: happy, easygoing, fun, artistically talented Katie by life, and spiritually thirsting master in training by astral and inside my head. I had this overwhelming urge to help others and speak my truth, but it wasn't an easy task to undertake. I knew the repercussions were high. I never wanted to feel the type of social isolating backlash that I had in my past. So what did I do? I became an angry person. I was still happy, fun-loving Katie, but there was a burning, destructive, defensive part of me that was ready to attack anyone who called me crazy or who wanted to shed darkness on my beliefs of the spiritual and the world. I was slowly becoming the people I intended to fight. I was becoming my enemy. So, how does one balance a life of deep spiritual seeking and discovery while immersed in an unsupportive environment? How does one be an open indigo while still keeping some sort of social harmony? How does one speak their truth without being hurt? We first must know that we allow ourselves to be hurt. On some level, we allow all experiences that happen to us. Life does not happen to us, Life comes from us, therefore, we create all experiences and allow them into our lives. Acknowledge the situations you've created, find the life lessons in them, and let it go, and affirm I am still, calm, and unaffected in any and all situations. This way you can never get hurt if you program your brain to never be affected by others' negativity. We basically have to do what we came here to do, which is express ourselves while healing others at the exact same time. You can change the energy of any situation this way. We have to let go of the fear of rejection and being hurt. We attract what we think and how we feel, therefore, if we are scared of something, it will come to us. The saying that thoughts have legs is absolutely true. All thoughts and feelings are alive, thriving, and affecting us in ways we can't begin to imagine. So to help change and soften people's reactions to us, we have to change what thoughts and feelings we are sending out to that other person. I like to change my thoughts with an exercise I like to call subtle healing. We must quietly heal all those around us as we are expressing ourselves. You have to approach voicing your views with absolutely no fear. You have to add the element of healing to what you say and how you say it, because if the other person at all senses fear coming from you, they will mirror it back. And then nothing you will have to communicate will get across effectively. I've learned what scares people the most about us are the facts that who we are, what we feel, and what we can do is such a mystery to them. It's a totally foreign avenue for them to even begin to go down. And to top it all off, most of their lives they've been told what we experience is bad. Because of this, people are threatened. When people are threatened they act out in negative ways. So one has to counter this with subtle healing. How does one subtly heal? There are many techniques you can use to do this. I always like to use visualizations. Visualizations are extremely powerful because our thoughts are extremely powerful. For example, before, during, and after expressing who you are, surround your inner and outer self with nothing but love and light. Then, surround all those around you with love and light. As you speak, see your words as beautiful shining crystals of light that go into their auras and transfuse it from fear to love. You may also invite angels to fill the room as well. If you do this you will receive much more positive reactions. The coolest part about visualizations is that there is no one right or wrong way to do it. You can tailor your visualizations however you like. As long as there is the element of healing all involved, then they are bound to work magic. Learning how to balance who we are in this world can be a difficult line to walk. Just like everyone else, we are still human and we still have the same mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual blocks as others. But as long as you live who you are without fear or negativity, then you are on the way to mastery. The secret to being a master on this planet is integrating the love, light, and healing powers of the heavenly angelic kingdoms in all we do.